Alright, Panther fans, how we doing? So it's the last preseason game of the year. Panthers and Lightning remember way back when Coach said one of the games last week we were going to see something close to the starting lineup, and a bunch of people were hurt, and then we thought maybe tonight we might see something close to the lineup. Well, Colin White is centering the top line. So we're going to go the entire preseason without really seeing like 4 lines of what we can expect on the ice. So remember that slow start that I predicted? How can we avoid it at this point? I mean, genuinely, right? We haven't played a game with our 12 guys together yet. So, if they don't start slow at this point, it's going to be miraculous. Now, Spencer Knight's in goal. I mean, the top pair tonight is Stahl and Montour. That's the top pair. So, okay, all right. So we're just going to go out there. We're going to have fun. We're going to play a hockey game. Now, fans of this channel, I have some news for you. After considering it and thinking about it and beating myself upside the head about it, I've decided, starting Thursday with the first game, opening night, starting Thursday night, there will be a live stream starting 1 hour before the game. And I'm going to live stream throughout the entire game. Kyle's going to be there with me. We're going to do it downstairs, so the look is going to be a little bit... We're still doing the recaps, don't get me wrong. But the look of the live stream is going to be a little bit different because I don't know how much of the area I can get ready to go within the next 3 days because I took so long to make the decision. Kyle will be there with me, so during the intermissions, I will still come in here and do the recaps, and Kyle will run the live stream during the intermissions. And then as I get going and I figure out what some of the technical aspects of things, I will then at some point be able to invite people on and then have more than just Kyle and I sitting there. But that's what we're doing. I can't promise all 82, but I'm going to do my best to do as many of the games as possible, so it will still be 1 hour before the game with the stream, and then streaming throughout the game. There will still be the recap after the game. There will still be the article after the game for the Patreon and YouTube members, and then Stu and I will still be back early in the morning, the following morning, with a review. So whatever that's worth, that's what we're doing. That's what we just got it. We got to do it. It had to be done. It needed to be done. It was time. This is my seventh season of doing these videos, and it's time to get to 10,000. It's time to get to 10,000 subscribers. We started slow. We've had a nice summer because of the fluffy and the shorts and the prediction of Huberdeau and Kachuk helped. I grew from that, no doubt. But now it's time. It's time to get to 10,000 subscribers so that I have a little bit more credibility when I'm asking some highfalutin types to come on, right? What are you, highfalutin? I don't know. Some bigger names. We've got Randy coming on soon, and I think we're going to have Billy Lindsay as well. But people are asking me if I can get a player, if I can get this, I can get that. 10,000 subscribers. That's the magic number I believe we need to get to. So, all right. We have a hockey game. That's what I know. And let's see what happens.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1, drop!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Alright, so it's 3-1 Tampa Bay after 1. Somebody asked me for the score at the end of the live stream, and I said 4-1 Tampa because I said Tampa has to win a game in the preseason. They can't go winless, and it certainly looks like they're going to win this game. Coach couple of things. It's a little bit difficult to tell you what happened in the first 3 or 4 goals because apparently sound is a problem. Now, a couple games ago, we know we didn't have a stream at all until midway through the second period. And tonight, we did not have sound for the stream until about midway through the first period. And I thought I had tech issues. So, anyway, it would also be nice. You know what? I'm going to sandwich the negative in between with something positive. Rudolph Balcers is the ball, okay? Nick told me what to expect from this kid. I liked it, everything that I saw from him, and he's going to be a keeper. He is going to be a keeper. I don't know if he's going to produce at the level Verhaeghe does, but Rudolph Balcers is going to end up being a genuine, at least top 9 guy, if not top 6 type of player for us. It's exactly what we needed. Now, it would be nice. And I'm just asking, the Tampa Bay power play. First of all, Panther fans, this dude Nemestikov, or how he's going to be a massive pain in our ass for a long time. He's definitely, you just can tell. All right? He's already got 2 tonight. I think he had 1 or 2 the other night. He's right there on the power play. And we have gone through Coach Q. We've gone through Andrew Brunette. And now we have Paul Maurice at coach. And nobody can figure out how to defend the Tampa Bay power play. And it's not like they're doing anything different. They're doing the same thing. And we can't figure out a way to stop it. But they got 2, 3 power play goals in the first period. It's pathetic. Granted, we don't have our, Kirsten and Carlson are out there. Okay, Kirsten and Carlson, I'm ready for the real games. All right, so it's 4-2, Tampa after 2. Nemestikov, I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly or not, but we're going to have plenty of opportunity here, Panther fans, to say his name, because that dude looks like he's got Panther Killer written all over him. He scores the 4th goal. Now he has a hat trick tonight, and ain't nobody in this house throwing a hat. So it was 4-1 at that point. And then Alexei Heponiemi comes through with another beautiful goal where he basically unassisted, did it all by himself. That kid has to make the team. I want him up top with Barkov. Now I know it's a possibility he might end up on the 3rd line with Lundell. I would prefer to put Heponiemi up top with Barkov, since Reinhardt, we already know, has such good chemistry with Lundell. And Barkov, they're not playing tonight, but in the previous game, Barkov and Heponiemi definitely had some chemistry. No reason not to give that a start. The other thing I'll say is, if Eric Stahl can make the team at 4C, it's a win, because if we can put Luosterainen in the top 9 at wing, that seals the deal in the top 9. If you put Heponiemi up there and Luosterainen in the top 9, that fills in some of the holes we lost, okay? And from what I've seen with Eric Stahl, he looks fine, especially in the defensive end, which is what you need out of your 4th center. Now, can his body take a full season? I don't know. He hasn't played, he didn't play last year, so he should have fresh legs, right? But I haven't seen anything that makes me go, oh God, this guy's going to be on. He looks okay. I don't see anything that tells me he can't be 4C, and that gives us some extra depth. So, all right. And as for the 4 goals, Spencer Knight's playing a good game. He has had plenty of good saves. He's been left hung out to dry multiple times. There's none of the goals you could really look at Spencer and say, he had much of a chance. So, all right, let's move on to 3rd period. All right, so Panthers lose 5-2, and I am so happy, as you are, that the preseason is over. Now, one thing that Stu and I are going to talk about tomorrow morning in the review that we both noticed, it's happened a few times, and it looks to me like there's some confusion with the defensive responsibilities, because I think 3 or maybe 4 times what you're seeing is the forward. The forward is supposed to be covering another man on the other team, right? And he's way too high in between the crease and the circle, and the opposing player is sneaking in behind him and making for easy goals. I saw Lusterinen do it the other night. Tierney did it tonight. And when you see the same thing happening over and over again with different players, I think the guys are a little bit confused. It's a little bit of a learning curve in terms of who's going to cover who. So Stu and I talk about that tomorrow morning. You could tell by the end of this game that all of the players and the teams were just ready to go home. Preseason is over. The season has actually started. Nick is over in Czech watching the game right now. I think it's right now, or was it earlier or later? I don't know. The point is that some teams are playing regular season games while some teams are still playing preseason games. So I'm ready. There's not a lot to talk about here. Stu and I are going to get with it tomorrow morning. A couple of things. I put out on Twitter what I think my lines need to be. The right wing is really where the question is, right? We know where our centers are. I think we feel pretty good and comfortable with our left wings. I think Lusterijnen's going to be in the top 9. And then at right, I believe, to me, the 3 guys that should be on the right wings that have made the team are Heponiemi, obviously Reinhardt, and Balsers. Whatever order you want to put them in, you can make the case for putting Lundell back with Reinhardt, Heponiemi with Barkov. We'll see what happens there. But I feel better about the team and better about our depth than I did at the start of things. Now, Colin White played today. I don't know where he fits on this team, to be honest with you. I would be surprised to see... I would like to see us attempt to waive him and see if somebody could claim him, because that can help us cap-wise. And then Patrick Hornquist hasn't played the entire preseason, so if we do nothing else, it seems obvious to me that he will be starting the season on LTIR, and then we're going to go from there and see what happens. So maybe Colin White makes the team that way, but I wouldn't be surprised to see us waive him and roll the dice and see if somebody takes him. As for Heponiemi, if he can't make this roster the way he's played now, what more do you want from the kid? It is time to give him an opportunity. And if some people think he's not going to make it, well, then let's give him a chance and see if he can or cannot make it. Balsers is going to be a baller, man. I like this kid. I love it. That's going to be a good find by Bill Zito. Defensively, I'm very comfortable with the top pair. I'm very comfortable with the bottom pair. Stahl is going to be the weak link, and I'm not saying he's bad, but preferably if you're going to have that guy on your team, you would probably want him on your bottom pair. I think if there comes a point in the season at all that we're going to need to make a move to bring in another defenseman, I think that spot next to Montour is going to be it. Montour looks good, fast, ready. Looks good. So, all right. Stu and I will be back in the morning. We're working on hopefully we should have Randy Moeller and maybe even Bill Lindsay before the season starts. And then that's it. Make sure you check out flyingfluffy.com. And games start on Thursday. Live stream is 1 hour before the game. And we're going all the way through to the end of the game. It's a beautiful thing. So appreciate all the support. We're almost there. 3 days. 3 days and we're good to go.